Mr. Surface?
Show him up. He generally calls about this time. I don't wonder at people giving him to me for a lover.
My dear Lady Sneerwell, how do you do today? Mr. Snake, your most obedient.
Snake has just been rallying me on our mutual attachment, but I have informed him of our real views. You know how useful he has been to us, and believe me, the confidence is not ill-placed.
Madam, it is impossible for me to suspect a man of Mr. Snake's sensibility and discernment.
Well, no compliments now. But tell me, when you saw your mistress Maria, or what is more material to me, your brother...
I have not seen either since I left you, but I can inform you that they never meet. Some of your stories have taken a good effect on Maria.
Ah, my dear Snake, the merit of this belongs to you. But do your brother's distresses increase?
Every hour. I am told he has had another execution in the house yesterday. In short, his dissipation and extravagance exceed anything I have ever heard of.
Poor Charles.
True, madam. Notwithstanding his vices, one can't help feeling for him. Poor Charles. I'm sure I wish it were in my power to be of any essential service to him. For the man who does not share in the distresses of a brother, even though merited by his own misconduct, deserves...
Oh, Lord, you're going to be moral and forget that you're among friends.
Egad, that's true. I'll keep that sentiment till I see Sir Peter. However, it is certainly a charity to rescue Maria from such a libertine, who, if he is to be reclaimed, can be so only by a person of your ladyship's superior accomplishments and understanding.
I believe, Lady Sneerwell, here's company coming. I'll go and copy the letter I mentioned to you. Mr. Surface, you're most obedient.
Sir, you're very devoted. Lady Sneerwell, I'm very sorry you've put any further confidence in that fellow.
Why so?
I have lately detected him in frequent conference with old Rowley, who was formerly my father's steward and has never, you know, been a friend of mine.
And you think he would betray us?
Nothing more likely. Take my word for it, Lady Sneerwell. That fellow hasn't virtue enough to be faithful even to his own villainy. Maria.
Maria, my dear, how do you do? Oh, what's the matter?
There is that disagreeable lover of mine, Sir Benjamin Backbite, has just called at my guardian's with his odious Uncle Crabtree. So I slipped out and ran hither to avoid them.
Is that all?
If my brother Charles had been of the party, madam, perhaps you would not have been so much alarmed.
Nay, now you are severe, for I dare swear the truth of the matter is Maria heard you were here. But, my dear, what has Sir Benjamin done that you should avoid him?
Oh, he has done nothing, but 'tis for what he has said. His conversation is a perpetual libel on all his acquaintance.
Aye, and the worst of it is, there is no advantage in not knowing him, for he'll abuse a stranger just as soon as his best friend. And his uncle's as bad.
Nay, but we should make allowance. Sir Benjamin is a wit and a poet.
For my part, I own, madam, wit loses its respect with me when I see it in company with malice. What do you think, Mr. Surface?
Certainly, madam, to smile at the jest which plants a thorn in another's breast is to become a principal in the mischief.
Pshaw, there's no possibility of being witty without a little ill nature. The malice of a good thing is the barb that makes it stick. What's your opinion, Mr. Surface?
To be sure, madam, that conversation where the spirit of raillery is suppressed will ever appear tedious and insipid.
Well, I'll not debate how far scandal may be allowable, but in a man, I am sure, it is always contemptible. We have pride, envy, rivalship, and 1,000 motives to depreciate each other. But the male slanderer must have the cowardice of a woman before he can traduce one.
Madam, Mrs. Candor is below, and if your ladyship's at leisure, will leave her carriage.
Beg her to walk in. Now, Maria, here is a character to your taste, for though Mrs. Candor is a little talkative, everybody allows her to be the best-natured and best sort of woman.
Yet, with a very gross affectation of good nature and benevolence, she does more mischief than the direct malice of old Crabtree.
I' faith, that's true, Lady Sneerwell. Whenever I hear the current running against the characters of my friends, I never think them in such danger as when Mrs. Candor undertakes their defence.
Hush, here she is.